How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to the MLB The Show 23 Franchise Rebuilding Challenge. So we're back with our second team here with the expansion era Boomers. Will be our next team that we're going to be trying to, get a World Series with. Again, we're going to just do like 4 seasons because you guys got to get the idea. We should be able to win a few World Series with this team. I mean, it's all a bunch of legends. We'll see how many of them we can kind of keep throughout the video. Of course, injuries will be on. Should be fun stuff. I'm excited to get on into it. I put them all in the Cincinnati Reds. We're going to show you guys the roster. Before we do, leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and comment also for videos. Go to socials, playlist, second channel, main channel, down in the description if you like other content, TJP. So with that being said, let's get on to the gameplay. All right, so let's take a look at the lineups, the roster, the fun stuff here that we've got. So his team's looking really good. We've got Ricky Henderson, Joe Morgan, Jeff Bagwell's on the team. We got Willie Stargell, Ken Griffey Jr., Mike Piazza, Reggie Jackson, Cal Ripken Jr., Mike Schmidt, Robin Yount, Eric Davis, Alan Trammell, Tony Gwynn, Tony Perez, David Justice, Ryan Sandberg, Don Mattingly, George Brett, Orlando Cepeda, Eddie Murray, Andre Dawson. I mean, the list goes on. There's just so many legends. And I did add a few legends myself when it came to, just kind of filling out the rest of the team, just to ensure we, if any of the guys decide to leave. But, yeah, our rotation's also kind of nasty. I mean, Seaver, Ryan, Saberhagen, J.R. Richard, and Jim Palmer. I'm kind of curious to know, like, what the logic is to go to set this up, in the sense of how does the game just know, how does MLB The Show like determine the teams? Like, I think they should just do what NBA 2K does and what NHL does, potentially even. Like, they could just make an alumni team if they really wanted to, instead of just having 3 that we don't really know how they kind of come up with this methodology. I mean, it seems like it should be based upon, when they played, but I think there's a little bit of overlap between the Boomers and the long ball beasts, in my opinion. I think you can argue there's some slight overlap, but with the mid-century groundbreakers, I think that one's kind of self-explanatory. But I think it'd be cool if they instead just, made it so that you could play with classic teams. Like, that would be the best thing. I think they should do something like that. But who knows? Maybe in 24 you can hope and dream, but I highly doubt it. Nevertheless, we got the boys. A lot of the former Reds are in free agency right now, so there's that. The team should be pretty good. I'm excited to see how good this team is going to be. I guess we'll find out. We'll advance the regular season, since this really doesn't matter too much, so we'll advance the regular season and see what the lineup is going to be for our opening day. And that's what we got right there. The boys. Got a lot of guys coming off the bench. Our pitching is pretty good. The only legend, I guess, is Kevin Herget. Only non-legend on this team. I don't know why he's here, but I digress. We got a bunch of legends down here in the minors. We've got Bo's daddy, Dante, which is pretty cool. We got a young Ken Griffey here. So that's going to be interesting. Very interesting to try to see if we can keep a lot of these guys on the team. It's going to be tough, but we'll see. We end up doing a AAA, AA, kind of all filled out. Same thing, the rotation. It's a bunch of legends and Kevin Herriot. So there's that. Again, we should be good. I imagine we'll be one of the better teams in the MLB. Hopefully the game doesn't screw us over and we don't win a World Series in our first year, but I can see that, potentially happening. But you never know. Let's advance to the All-Star break. We'll see how the team's doing, look at the stats, and kind of just go from there. All right, so we are currently sitting at 74-18 right now, which is really good. Probably the best record in the MLB. Certainly going to make the postseason. Dodgers 65-24, so they're putting up a fight, but I think we're a little too overpowered. Let's look at the stats. So Tony Gwynn's hitting 355. Love to see that. Ricky Henderson's hitting 339. He's doing really well. Mike Piazza hitting 380. Okay, Mike Schmidt 313. Ken Griffey Jr. 289. 284 for Bagwell. So, the guys are hitting. Obviously, our bench is also going to be really good. Garrett Carter's kind of been a little bit iffy, but other than him, everybody else has been dominating. So, there's that. Let's see the rotation. Tom Seaver doing Tom Seaver things. Nolan Ryan's been pretty solid. Don Sutton, Bert Blyleven, and then Brett Saberhagen. Bert and Brett. That's got a very interesting little duo there. J.R. Richards kind of been iffy this year. Blue has been good. Rest in peace. Other Nolan Ryan, yes, we do have multiple Nolan Ryans here. This one is in his prime Nolan Ryan. This is the old Nolan Ryan. We got Goose, Well, yeah, for the most part, pretty good. And how about legend Kevin Herget? Kevin Herget, the legend. Love it. Absolutely love it. Dennis Eckersley got 20 saves, so doing pretty good there. I would assume we've got contract extensions. We'll try to see if we can re-sign most of our guys before they hit free agency. Try to retain as many of the guys as we can. So other than that, we should be able to make the postseason. I'll be happy about that, and then we'll maybe win the World Series in our first season. That'd be great. I was able to extend a lot of the guys, actually all of them, really, all the legends. A couple of the legends were waived, not a problem though, and they ended up signing a couple other places. Like Valenzuela wasn't on the team, but not a problem. For the most part, it's pretty much a team of entirely legends for the expansion era boomers. And let's take a look at the league leaders. Got Nolan Ryan strikeouts, Saberhagen with the win percentage, Seaver wins, Saberhagen with shutouts, Saberhagen with complete games, Tom Seaver with something else. Piazza home runs, doubles, Ricky Henderson, Gwynn stolen bases, Henderson with RBIs. Piazza batting average, okay. Loving what I'm seeing from the guys. Very, very good stuff. I'm sure we'll have an MVP, a Cy Young winner, all of that fun stuff. You guys see the leaders here. I'm not going to go too much in depth into it, but the guys did well. Dennis Eckersley with 38 saves, number 5. Not the best ERA though. That went to Kershaw, man. Kershaw is just too good. He's just too good, man. All right, cool. So the team did well. We had the best record in the MLB. Yeah, Dodgers won 150 games though, so they were pretty good. But I mean, when you have a team of legends, it's gonna be hard to beat them out. Dennis Eckersley delivered man of the year. Awesome. Tom Seaver, Cy Young. Gold Glove, Don Sutton, Robin Young, Ken Griffey Jr., and Tony Gwynn. Usually don't show that notification, so that's great. That's great. We've got a lot of guys winning Gold Gloves. Hank Aaron Award goes to Mike Piazza. Tom Seaver wins MVP and a Cy Young, so he'll be on the thumbnail, more than likely. Batting title Mike Piazza. Mike Piazza with Triple Crown. Ooh, very nice. That's tough. That's tough. He won the Triple Crown, had a great season, but Tom Seaver is just so good on the mound that they were just like, yeah, let's just give him the MVP. I don't know. Maybe I would have given it to Piazza. I mean, you got to call the game, too, so, I mean, there's that. Let's see. Got some guys. Who else we got? Gwynn had a good year. Henderson was obviously great. Bagwell. Mike Piazza was amazing. Yeah, everybody did well. Bench, for the most part, pretty solid, except for Gary Carter was kind of iffy. But, yeah, everybody did their thing. So, there's that. Let's see the pitching rotation. Of course, Tom Seaver, MVP, Cy Young winner. Ryan, not too bad. Don Sutton, pretty good. We got Burt doing his thing, and Brett doing his thing as well. So, they were great. J.R. Richards struggled a little bit. Not a problem, though. Jim Palmer, welcome to the league. Gossage, Franco, we'll like a little bit better at them. How about legend Kevin Herget? Honestly, if he pitches like that, I don't mind him pitching. Lee Smith, decent, and then of course got Dennis Eckersley, delivered Man of the Year award, so good stuff from him. So we were the number 1 team. We're going to be taking either Atlanta or the Cubs. Cubs won 84 games. Atlanta won 90. So whoever we take on. Probably going to be Atlanta. And I'm wrong. It's actually the Cubs. Got Tom Seaver versus Julian Mayweather. Game 1 is a 10-5 victory for us. Game 2, Nolan Ryan versus Justin Steele. We win that one 9-4. Game 3, Sutton versus Stroman. And it is an 8-0 shutout. Perfect game. No, but a 2-hitter. We'll take it. NLCS to take on our 115 rivals in the Los Angeles Dodgers. They're a good team. They're a very good team. Very formidable. We win Game 1, though. Besting them. Game 2, we win that one. Game 3, we win that one. And Game 4, we win that one. Swept right through them. Going to the World Series. Astros will be the matchup. And the Astros were a 95-win team. So let's see if we can beat them. I would assume we should be able to. But knowing the game, there's a chance that we could lose. We got Don Sutton versus Fran Valdez. Game 1 is going to be a 7-6 victory. Ooh, close one. Game 2, we got Nolan Ryan versus Christian Javier. Win that one 8-6. Game 3, Tom Seaver versus Lance McCullers Jr. We win that one 14-1. And Bert's on the bump versus Luis Garcia. Swept with the immaculate postseason. So our first season with this team, we got the job done. Won in our first year. And I also think, too, I messed up the first one because I just simmed past contract extension. This time I'm glad I didn't sim past it by mistake. So shout out to us fixing what we needed to fix. And let's take a look at some of the awards. We got Jeff Bagwell, World Series MVP, and also playoff MVP. I've seen him do some great things, Jeff Bagwell, in the Legends franchise, Legends Fantasy Draft. he was winning MVPs like crazy, so not a surprise there that he won there. So our pitching for the most part was okay. Honestly, our rotation wasn't even that amazing, except for Tom Seaver. I mean, Tom Seaver was good, but yeah, our rotation wasn't that great. Our bullpen, Jim Palmer did well. Okay, Franco, Ryan, Lee Smith was good. Dennis Eckersley was lights out. Lineup wise, Jeff Bagwell, yeah, he had to cover out the wall. Piazza didn't that great in the postseason. Eddie Murray was okay, not that great. Schmidt struggled. Yeah, it's okay. Some guys are up and down, but for the most part, everybody did their part, and Jeff Bagwell carrying us is very, very helpful. So I guess we'll go on to the next season. We might have a couple of moves to make. I'm not quite sure who would be out there, but we'll take a look. We'll take a look and see if we need to re-sign anybody that maybe wasn't popping up in contract extensions, or if there's any Legends free agents that we waived, maybe we could pick them back up. All right, well, there are some guys that we ended up losing. Wade Boggs, Craig Biggio, Catfish Hunter. Yes, there will be some legends we're not going to be able to re-sign. We are way over budget. Can't afford anybody. So, yeah, I guess they'll be signing to new teams. I don't know if we'll have any arbitrations or not. We don't. So, we are way over budget anyway. So, that's fine. I guess we'll let the CPU kind of just fill out the rest of the team. Again, I can't really offer anybody. I mean, I guess, can we tender Griffey? I can't tender him. Can't afford him. That's tough. Okay, so we're going to be losing out on a young Griffey. We're going to be losing out a lot of players. It's fine. Not a problem. Hopefully the team doesn't, waive anybody. But, yeah, we've got some very interesting free agents here. Ohtani. Obviously, will be eventually be a legend, but not quite yet. But we got a bunch of different legends out here. They'll be moving to different teams. Unfortunately, cannot re-sign a lot of those guys, so they're just gonna walk. Not a problem. We still have a team full of legends. Should be able to fill out a team. We already got a World Series. We're gonna see if we can win another one. So let's do it. All right, start of the second season, and a couple guys were waived. A few guys waived, but for the most part, we're still fielding a team of legends, and we have all 99s in our lineup. So we still have this Ken Griffey Jr., the prime time Ken Griffey. So no, not the young one, but the prime time one, the one that's ready to compete right now. Of course, our bench still looks pretty good with Eddie Murray, Tony Gwynn, Robin Yount, Leonard Spita, Gary Carter. So, okay, I mean, it's not too bad. And our rotation's still pretty good. Seaver, Ryan, Sutton, Burt, and Brett. And yeah, we still got a pretty good bullpen as well to boot. Everybody is a legend here, so that's cool. Got a couple legends down here, but I'm sure there'll be some call downs and call ups. Our lineup, yeah, we don't have anybody. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. This is gonna be painful. Maybe I shouldn't have waited to sign. Maybe I should have waited till free agency before extending the guys. Maybe that was the plan. Maybe I should have done that instead of extending everybody. I don't know. We'll see. We'll simulate. I'll see you guys at the All-Star break around there. All right, so we're sitting at 74-17 right now. So let's take a look at the team and see what we got going on. Got some guys hurt. Ricky Henderson, broken foot. That's tough. He's having a... Okay, well, I mean, he'll be back soon. Well, soon enough. I mean, we should be okay. I mean, we still have the legends on their team. The Don Mattingly playing left field. I guess he can play a little outfield, but still, it's kind of funny. Who's playing well? Looks like Jeff Bagwell's putting up some MVP caliber numbers. Yachts, okay, it's not nothing crazy. Our bench is pretty good. Yeah, junior and senior. Look at that. Look at this cheese. Tony Gwynn also there, so that's cool. Tony Perez. Let's see our rotation. So we got Don Sutton. We got Burt, Jim Palmer. They're doing all right. Gerald Richard and Blue's been excellent. He's been dominating. Our bullpen is nothing too crazy. We got legends like Jesse Chavez and Ryan Tepera. Yeah, they're doing all right though. Dennis Eckersley, 25 saves. So yeah, I mean, there's really not much we could do in terms of money because we are so over the budget. So yeah, you can see we lost some guys like Dante. He's gone, but Wade Boggs as well. But for the most part, 5 All-Stars still. We'll take it. So see if we can keep it up, keep up the performance, and we'll go from there. See if we can get ourselves another World Series. 34-28 is what we went. Won the division, taking on the win of the Wild Card playoff game. So let's take a look here and see what we've got going on. So we take a look at the lineups, and Ricky Henderson coming back from his broken foot with Joe Morgan. I'm already seeing a couple guys that I feel like shouldn't be in our lineup, but yet they are. Bagwell had a nice season. George Brett was good, hit 344. So it's going to be interesting to see what we got going on. We maybe had a couple injuries, that's probably why. Ken Griffey Jr. hit off the bench well. So I'm curious to see how we do. We got two Tony Gwynns. We got Tony Gwynn and Tony Gwynn. Look at that. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Colin Moran is also up here. Okay, the legend. Let's see. What is our pitching rotation looking like? We got Don Sutton doing excellent things. Burt doing excellent things. Palmer, Blue, and Richard is okay. Not too bad there. Our legends in our bullpen, not too bad from Gossage, Franco. Jesse Chavez, the legend. Ryan Tepera was actually pretty good. Lee Smith. Bruce Sutter was not very good this year, but that's okay. Dennis Eckersley, 49 saves is pretty solid. We got some guys injured? No, we don't. But we do have some league leaders. Blue would strike out, Sutton win percentage, Palmer wins, Eckersley saves, Blue complete games, Sutton innings pitched. Joe Morgan stolen bases, Jeff Bagwell batting average, singles, runs, slugging, and OBS. Yeah, OBS. On base plus slugging. I don't know why I just butchered that so much. But you guys see the leaders. Look at that. Dante's up there. Nice. Joe Morgan led the league in doubles. We have Tony had the most home runs. Wow, it's impressive. And RBIs. Jeff Bagwell runs. Stolen bases, Joe Morgan, as you saw. On base, slugging, OPS. All go to Jeff Bagwell. We got Jim Palmer with the wins. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited to see what awards we ended up winning. Because we are trying to go back-to-back if we can. And Blue's going to get the Cy Young. Bagwell was the Hank Aaron Award winner. And Jeff Bagwell won the batting title. And Mike Piazza, who was on our team, but inexplicably released. Or was he released? He's in AAA right now. MVP. He won the MVP. Yeah, he was released. Dude literally won the MVP, and he's in AAA right now. How is that even possible? I guess because he's hurt. Probably what it is. Okay. That is hilarious. So, best record in the league, 134 wins. Dodgers at 109. Rays at 100. Yep, we were the best team in the league by a fair bit amount of games. And who are we going to be taking on? We're going to be taking on the Padres. Padres, they were a 90-win team. Should be able to beat them pretty handily. Don Sutter versus Yu Darvish, game 1. We win that one 12-4. Burt versus Tom Seaver. They did get Tom Seaver, though. We lose that one 10-7. Jim Palmer versus Catfish Hunter. We win that one 9-4. Blue versus Lorenzen, and we win 5-2. We're going on the NLCS to take on the Braves this time. We end up besting the Dodgers. Braves with a... What did the Braves win? The Braves won... I don't see them. Oh, they won 84 games. Okay. Game 1. Don Sutter versus Mike Soroka. We win that one 7-1. Game 2. Burt versus Strider. We lose that one 6-5. And man, Bruce, what are you doing, buddy? Game 3, Jim Palmer versus Max Fried. We lose that one 1-0. So we're down 2-1. Can we win this one with Blue on the bump? We can't. We lose 1-0 again. Our bats are just stopped working. So we're down 3-1. Don Sutter versus Mike Soroka. We win that one 5-1. Game 6, Burt versus Strider. And we lose 4-2 and get eliminated from the postseason by the Braves. That is tough. That is very tough. I just got to take a look at the lineups here and see what we've got going on. Jeff Bagwell. A little iffy in that postseason. Griffey was solid. Ripken Jr. was bad. Yeah, Justice and Riount. How about Logan Porter, though, hitting 293? Okay, I'll take that. It was not a weak link. Our pitching, I feel like, was pretty bad. Yeah, it wasn't that great. Our starters are okay, except for Burt. He was kind of iffy. John Franco was terrible. Lee Smith. Jesse Chavez was good. Goose Gossage was good. Yeah, Bruce, what are you doing, buddy? And Dennis Eckersley was terrible. How is it that Jesse Chavez is outperforming you guys? The game's the game. Well, let's just see who wins the World Series, I guess. We'll sim to the offseason, and it's going to beat the Braves. So they end up losing their eventual World Series champs as they beat the Rangers. So, I mean, now we're not going to be able to go back-to-back, but maybe we can win in our third and fourth season, go back-to-back. So let's see if we can get back here next year with the same team and try to win again. All right, so once again, we've got some guys that are free agents or going to be free agents, but again, we're over the budget. So, I mean, honestly, I'll let Bruce walk. He hasn't been very good for us, so we'll let him walk. But everybody else, yeah, unfortunately, they're going to be on as well. So, yeah, not going to be able to sign anybody in free agency. We're still over budget. Maybe by our fourth season, maybe we can add some guys, but chances are it's not really going to be happening. So, I'll see you guys at the start of the third season. We'll try to win another World Series. All right, so our third season is upon us, and we've got a pretty solid lineup here. Ricky Henderson, Joe Morgan, Jeff Bagwell, Ken Griffey Jr., Cal Ripken Jr., George Brett, Dave Justice, Mike Schmidt, and Robin Yount. It's a pretty solid lineup there. Our bench is looking pretty good with Ken Griffey Sr., Tony Gwynn, Don Sutton, Burt. I mean, they're all here. I mean, it's not too crazy, and I'm sure some of these guys are going to end up getting waived, but yeah, we don't really have... We have a pretty thin bullpen and not a single pitcher in the minors. So there's that, which means a bunch of guys are just going to be signed in free agency and the team's going to suck. I don't know how our team is literally the best team in the MLB when we don't have a catcher. Who is our catcher? Mike Schmidt. Whatever. The game's the game. The game's the game. Game's the game, guys. The game's the game. I mean, it's not meant to be realistic. I'm sure you guys knew this already. So, and that's why we're only doing 4 seasons, just to see what this team could do. I mean, if we could win another World Series, I'd be happy. I'd like to get at least 2. 3 would be the goal, but I would be satisfied with 2. So let's see if we can simulate to the All-Star break again and see how this team does. All right, so we won 115 and 47. I think I skipped All-Star break this season, which is fine. I completely forgot. I kind of got sidetracked with something else, so I kind of just simmed past it. So we'll just take a look at the stats. Tony Gwynn hit 308, Ricky Henderson hit 312, George Brett hit 302, and Ken Griffey Jr. had an amazing season, Bagwell, Morgan, Schmidt, and then we got some very questionable decisions here, and our bench is pretty bad. We got a bunch of third basemen just coming off the bench. It's kind of funny. Yeah, literally all third basemen coming off our bench. Our rotation was not bad, but honestly, like I would have expected a little bit better, but still good. Still good. I mean, maybe we won a Cy Young though. Our bullpen a little bit scary. Dennis Eckersley was pretty solid this year, 52 saves, so that's cool. But you guys get the idea with the stats at the All-Star break. I mean, I don't really need to show them, I guess, every single time, but I do. I just something I like to do. League leaders got Blue, strikeouts, Burt with the winning percentage, and Dennis Eckersley with saves. In terms of our offense, we got stolen bases, 56 for Joe Morgan, Ken Griffey Jr. batting average, runs, George Brett base on balls, also Griffey Jr. slugging percentage. He probably got a bunch of other things. And look at that. Young Griffey, who's on a very good contract, by the way. Yeah, look at that. Ken Griffey Jr. here. Excellent stuff from the guys. Trey Turner had the most hits. Dante Bichette led our at-bats. We have any league leaders here. Tony Perez homers, but not on our team anymore. Griffey Jr. with runs. Brett, Bagwell, Henderson, Gwynn. Top 5 guys, all Reds. Joe Morgan, Tony Gwynn with stolen bases. George Brett with the walks. Slugging, Ken Griffey Jr. and OPS. And Burt tied with wins with Dustin May. Also with losses. Burt doing his thing out there. Eckersley with saves. I could see us not winning the World Series again. Like, I don't know if our team is really that good just because we have just no depth. And yeah, the Dodgers are better than us. They don't have 20 games, which is kind of crazy. So we got some awards though. Burt with the Cy Young, so that's pretty cool. Ken Griffey, Hank Aaron Award, and also the batting title, which makes sense. Tony Perez won the MVP over Griffey. Okay. So let's see here. We've got either the Braves or the Phillies in this next round here. Super interesting stuff. Who's going to be? It is the Phillies. Phillies were the team that we're playing. Phillies were a 88-win team. Okay. So, let's see. Don Sutton versus Taijuan Walker. Game 1 is a 6-3 victory for us. Game 2 got Burt, the Cy Young winner versus Dylan Cease. Win that one 4-3. And can we win Game 3 here with Jim Palmer on the bump? We can't. Blue, Game 4 versus Suarez, and we win that one 3-2. Going to the NLCS, take on the Dodgers, team that was better than us by 5 games. So they're a tough matchup. We got Donside, we got Dustin May. Let's go. Game 1 is a 7-5 loss. Gossage with the loss, terrible. Game 2, Blyleven versus Bueller, and we lose that one 12-8. Game 3, Palmer versus Julia, we lose 5-4, and we're about to get swept. No, we didn't get swept. Okay, I was about to say we looked like we were about to get swept. We blew this game, right? Kind of. Game 5, Burt versus Bueller, we lose 8-1. Yeah, we might not even win 2 World Series. Like, I think this team is just going to continue to regress. Don't really have the greatest of roster construction right now. We are very over budget. But also, too, Tony Gwynn only hit 2-11. What's going on, buddy? Jeff Bagwell struggling. And yeah, these guys are just scrubs. Maybe we'll have a little bit of money to play with in free agency. I highly doubt it. And even if we do, we're not going to be signing anybody important. Like a legend, that is. So, it just kind of have to ride out with what we've got. Our pitching wasn't really good. Burt was terrible in the postseason. And our bullpen was not good at all. Yeah, it was really, really bad. All right, well, we got one more season just to play around with. I mean, we already got a World Series, but I really would like to win 2. Dodgers win the World Series, beat the Rays, so shout out to them getting there and winning it. So we got one more year of this, and then we'll go to the post and close the video, but let's see if we can win a World Series here to end off on a good... All right, our 4th and final season. I was able to bring a couple legends, but that was about it. I mean, our team... I let the CPU kind of just fill out the rest of the roster. We got Trace Thompson playing catcher, I guess. Let the CPU sign him. I mean, I feel like for the most part, I mean, we should be good enough to win again, but I don't know. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. Hopefully we filled out our roster with enough guys. I'm looking at our rotation. It's not great. With Merrill Kelly as our 5th guy, Blue. But, I mean, honestly, it's a little bit more depth at least, so that's something. At least we have like a AAA lineup and a AA lineup. And, yeah, so that's promising. Let's see what we can end up doing here with the team. Very excited to see if we maybe can go back to the World Series and win in our 4th and final year of this video. See what the Reds, a.k.a. the, what team is this? Oh, yeah, the expansion era Boomers. Let's see if they can win the World Series. Let's see what they're made of. All right, so we're sitting at 66-24 right now. That is our record. So let's take a look at the lineup, see who's doing well, who's not at All-Star break. This time I did not forget. Tony Gwynn, Henderson, Brett's doing solid. Okay. Bagwell's hitting 330, 326. I mean, you guys get the point. Robin Yount's having a great season. And, of course, we have James McCann up here. Ken Griffey Sr. is back on the squad, doing his thing out there. And we even had Jeter Downs. Look at that. Jeter Downs. Okay. I mean, the team's nothing too crazy. We don't have as much legends we had at the beginning. Our pitching hasn't been too bad, except for Burt. This is the old Burt, though. This is not this Burt. This is the in his prime Burt. Not doing as hot, but that's okay. Everybody else has been pretty solid for the most part. Our bullpen's a little bit scary. It's actually very scary. Gossage, doing pretty solid so far. And yeah, we're sitting at 66-24, which is the best record in the MLB. Do we have any free agents that we could eventually sign? No, we are over the budget. So, I mean, this is the team. The team's the team. I'm hoping that maybe we can get back to postseason, which we should be able to. And maybe we could win again. It's going to be tough, though. This is our toughest season, so. So we won 118-44. Won the division, taking on the winner of the wild card playoff game here. So let's take a look here and see what we got. So, standings, 118 wins for your Reds, aka the expansion era Boomers. But we had Cubs win 107 games. We also had the Ash win 100. We saw another team win 107. Oh, no, we didn't. That was just the Cubs. League leaders, we got J.R. Richard, strikeouts. Donside win percentage. Burt with the wins. Donside with innings pitched. Mike Schmidt home runs. Tony Gwynn doubles. Tony Gwynn stolen bases. Mike Schmidt RBIs. 163. Yeah, leading a lot of different categories. So, you guys can see the boys did well again. But the question is, can we put it all together and win a World Series in our final season of this video? That is the question. If you guys want to take a look here, I mean, you guys get the idea. Like, it's a bunch of legends. You know they're going to dominate the stat categories. Got some awards. Burt with the Cy Young. MVP. Or no, Hank Aaron goes to Mike Schmidt. And Mike Schmidt wins the NL MVP as well. So shout out to Mike Schmidt. Doing his thing out there. Very, very good stuff from him. Yeah, team doing well. Let's take a look here at the lineups. No, we got some we're going to take a look at the lineups here. Ken Griffey Jr., broken shin. Hopefully he comes back because he's had a great season. But he should be back probably in the week. But yeah, looking at the lineups, I mean, obviously everyone did well except for McCann, but he's not a legend, so I don't hold him to the same standard. And yeah, let's take a look at our rotation. I mean, for the most part, not too bad. Burt with the Cy Young, so can't be mad about that. Well, this Burt at least. Our bullpen's a little scary, not going to lie. But our back end seemed to be pretty solid. Hopefully we can continue that in the postseason. And our first matchup is against the Cubs. This is a tough matchup right here. 107-win team. This is a very tough matchup, especially since they have Ohtani. Don said for Ohtani, Game 1 is a 10-6 victory. So we lit up Ohtani there. Game 2, we've got J.R. Richard versus Hayden Wesneski. We win that one. Game 3, Burt versus Justin Steele. We win 14-0 on a shutout. 4-hitter. Beautiful stuff there. On to the NLCS, take on the Braves. Once again, Braves coming off a season where they won 96 games. So let's see if we can beat them. Game 1, we got Sutton versus Fried. We lose that one 4-2. Game 2, Richard versus Wright. We win 1-0. Perfect game for Richard. Nope, but a 4-hitter. Game 3, Burt versus Casey Mize. We lose that one 4-0 as we get shut out. We need to win Game 4 here with Jim Palmer on the bump, and we don't. So we're down 3-1. Looks like we're going to lose again, and we win Game 5. Can we make me my words? Make me my words. J.R. Richard. Yes. Okay, Burt. Need you to shut it out here versus Alex Young. And we do. Okay, we're going to the World Series taking on the Angels. The Angels of Anaheim. Let's take a look at their standings. The standings got us at the Angels. What do they got them at? They got them at an 87-win team. Got to be able to win a World Series here. Don Sutton versus Reed Detmers. Game 1. It's a 12-5 victory. Game 2, J.R. Richard versus Patrick Sandoval. We win that one 9-5. Game 3, Burt versus Kyle Harrison. We win 10-3. And let's win our second World Series of the video. Okay, we didn't there, but we did there. Okay, there we go. So we got our two World Series in the video. I'll take it. Not quite back-to-back, but first and last season of the video. We got Robin Yount, World Series MVP, and also Jeff Bagwell got the playoff MVP. So shout out to him and Robin Yount doing their things out there. Doing great things. Let's take a look at our rotation to start off. I mean, for the most part, our primary rotation wasn't amazing. Burt was pretty solid, but Blue out of the bullpen was good. And honestly, these guys did well. And yeah, Goose Gossage, not that great, but we'll take it. Lineup-wise, in the postseason, for the most part, we hit pretty well. Off the bench, Ken Griffey Jr. was doing his thing out there. So, can't complain. Listen, got the job done with the expansion era Boomers. And we got one more team. We've got the long ball beast that we got to do next. So that's gonna be our next one of these. And our final one of these rebuilds where it comes to those legend teams. So with that being said, full screen and close out the video. So that's gonna be for your whole video. If you did, make sure to like on and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Comment on for videos. Go to socials, playlist section on main channel down in the description of the content me TJP. And like I said, we got our 2 World Series with our guys, but there's some little bit left to be desired, but we'll see if we can figure it out next time, because we got our long ball beast, our final team that we got to try to do. They're legends, and should be a fun time. So, nevertheless, good stuff there. At least we got 2 World Series. I'll take it with a grain of salt. But, yeah, with that being said, let's head on out. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon. Peace.